Hello students, welcome back. So today we are taking another topic of plant kingdom. So today we will start with the bryophytes. Before that we have done about the thallophyta, and thallophyta includes what? It includes all the algae. And what type of algae? Red algae, green algae, brown algae. Okay, so all these are algae important for the atmosphere because most of the CO2 fixed by the algae only. So now what the second one is the bryophytes. So bryophytes are also known as amphibians of plant kingdom. This point is very important. So how we are saying it is an amphibian of plant kingdom? See students, as we have done with the thallophyta. Thallophyta started its life from where? From the aquatic life or from the water, and bryophytes are the first plant, or we can say first organism which try to move towards the land. They reached up to the land, but somehow they are dependent on the water also. Okay, हम कह सकते हैं कि थैलोफाइटा क्या थे? ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा aquatic. Most of the all algae are the aquatic in nature. If you will talk about the general characteristics, and in general characteristics, habitat of the thallophyta was aquatic. But here, as you will study bryophytes, the habitat can be land, but land should be moist and shady. Why? Because if the condition is moist, it will be easier for the bryophytes to grow. So here, if I will draw this example, for example, this is water, and from here land started. Okay, so most of the thallophyta are found where? In this water. धीरे धीरे पहले क्या थे? Thallophyta, or we can say lower organisms. As we have already said that as the evolution will take place, the organism will become more complicated. जैसे जैसे क्या होगा? Evolution होगा, वैसे वैसे organism क्या हो जाएंगे? ज़्यादा complicated. Their body will become more advanced as compared to the lower one. So if we talk about the plant kingdom, the lower plants which started their life from the water, those were the thallophyta, and slowly they started to move towards the land. धीरे धीरे उन्होंने क्या किया? Land की तरफ जाना शुरू किया. And who are they? They were the bryophytes. Bryophytes पहली बार land की तरफ move हुए. But here, as they adapted themselves in the land, here also they are dependent on the water. अब land की तरफ चले तो गए, लेकिन अभी भी ये किस पे dependent है? Water पे dependent है. That's why we can say these are the amphibians. Amphi means dwell. It means that they can live in land as well as in water areas or near the water areas, and for their sexual reproduction they are dependent on water. ये क्या है? अपने sexual reproduction के लिए water पे dependent है. We can take example of frog also. Frog are what? They comes under the amphibians because they are also dependent on water for their sexual reproduction. So same thing we can say that bryophytes are the ones which started their life towards the land, and they are the land dwellers, but for their sexual reproduction they are dependent on water also. One by one we will study the general characteristics of the bryophytes. So before going through the topic, one more important question is there, that study of bryophytes. As we have done study of fungi, study of bacteria, so here we will, if question will be there that study of bryophytes is known as what? It is known as bryology, right? So memorize this term. Okay, so let's start with the first characteristic, that is habitat. Habitat means where they can live. So as we have discussed, they can live in the water or some moist area. So moist area and the shady places. Another one is the thallus organization. Now you will say that, ma'am, already we have done about the body or thallus organization in case of thallophyta. That's why we gave name thallophyta. But why we are saying thallus organization here? See here, whenever we are talking about the body or the structure of bryophytes, they are also thallus-like. But they are more advanced. What is the meaning of thallus? Thallus means that plant body is not differentiated in true roots, stems और leaves. हम क्या कहते हैं, कोई भी प्लांट कब होता है, जब उसमें प्रॉपर रूट्स होती हैं, स्टेम होती है, लीव्स होती हैं. But here, if you will talk about the thallophyta or algae, there was no true root, stems or leaves. सेम थिंग इन केस ऑफ ब्रायोफाइट ऑल्सो. ये लैंड की तरफ चले तो गए हैं, लेकिन अभी भी इनमें क्या है, प्रॉपर रूट, स्टेम्स एंड लीव्स डेवलप नहीं हुई है, लेकिन इनकी बॉडी समहाउ मोर एडवांस्ड, और वी कैन से थैलस इज मोर एडवांस्ड एज कंपेयर टू द थैलोफाइटा. राइट नाउ, फॉर इफ it will be more differentiated structure, it means that some stems like structure, some root like structure are also present in case of bryophytes. अभी भी हम true stems नहीं कह सकते, true roots नहीं कह सकते हैं, but in place of that there is one more important structure, that is rhizoids. Rhizoids are what? Rhizoids are the root like structure which are present in bryophytes, and the function of this rhizoids is what? Is not to conduct the water. rhizoid का काम यहाँ पर क्या नहीं है, वाटर को कंडक्शन करना नहीं है. एज वी विल स्टडी इन द प्लांट्स में क्या होता है, रूट का काम क्या होता है, व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ रूट? टू अपटेक द वाटर एंड मिनरल्स फ्रॉम द सॉइल. बट हियर इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द rhizoids, which is root like structure, the function is totally different. Its function is to attach with the substratum. जहाँ पर भी ये ब्रायोफाइट्स ग्रो हो रहे हैं, वो सबस्ट्रेटम से कैसे अटैच रहे हैं, इसके लिए ये स्ट्रक्चर प्रेजेंट रहता है ब्रायोफाइट्स में. सो वी कैन से दैट द rhizoids, द स्ट्रक्चर और द रूट लाइक स्ट्रक्चर प्रेजेंट इन ब्रायोफाइट्स, एंड द फंक्शन ऑफ दीज rhizoids is that attached with the substratum. Fine. So here body is more differentiated or more advanced, and they are having rhizoids. Third thing about the sex organ, how the reproduction will take place in case of bryophytes. So for that they are having sex organs. The sex organ can be male as well as female. Male sex organ in case of bryophytes, it is known as antheridium. What it is? Antheridium. And the female sex organ in case of bryophytes, it is known as archegonium. You must have to memorize these terms. Antheridium क्या है, मेल सेक्स ऑर्गन है ब्रायोफाइट्स में. आर्किगोनियम क्या है, फीमेल सेक्स ऑर्गन है ब्रायोफाइट्स में. नाउ if we will talk about the sexual reproduction, as we have discussed that bryophytes are the amphibians of plant kingdom, and they are dependent on water for their sexual reproduction. So how the sexual reproduction will take place? When there will be availability of two types of gametes. कब होते हैं, जब two types के gametes present रहते हैं. तो one of them is antheridium and another one is archegonium. Now we will discuss that in case of human beings also we are having male sex organ as well as female sex organs. And what is the function of male sex organ? To produce sperms, as well as what is the function of female sex organ? To produce egg. So same thing we can relate here. In place of sperms we can say anthrozoids. The anthrozoid can be produced by the antheridium. Antheridium का function क्या है कि ये anthrozoid को synthesize और anthrozoids को form करेगा. Okay, and these anthrozoids are biflagellated. What are they? They are biflagellated, right? And in another part, there is female sex organ. What it will produce? It will produce single egg cell. Okay, and this single egg cell will produce where? In the flask shaped structure. कहाँ पे होंगे ये? फ्लास्क शेप स्ट्रक्चर में ये फीमेल आर्किगोनियम प्रेजेंट रहेंगे, एंड देयर विल बी एन एग प्रेजेंट इन द आर्किगोनियम. आर्किगोनियम क्या है? फीमेल सेक्स ऑर्गन, और कैसा है? फ्लास्क शेप का. इसमें क्या प्रेजेंट है? सिंगल एग सेल्स, एंड द सिंगल एग सेल इज हैप्लॉइड इन नेचर. ये जो सिंगल एग सेल है वो क्या है? हैप्लॉइड है. And anthrozoids are flagellated, or we can say biflagellated. If it is a biflagellated, it means that the function of flagella is to provide motility. इसकी वजह से क्या होंगे? ये anthrozoid mobile और motile in nature. So now for the sexual reproduction, what will happen? Antheridium will release its anthrazoids, and these anthrazoid will reach up to this female part. Male part से क्या होगा? Male part से this anthrazoid will release and it will reach up to where? Into the female part. अब female part तक कैसे पहुँचेगा ये? With the help of water. That's why we said water is required by the bryophytes. Okay, water will take all these anthrazoids and it will move towards the female part. Now what will happen? This anthrazoid will reach here and it is also n in number. Okay, these two gametes, male gamete as well as female gamete, and both the gametes are haploid in nature. Fine. So when there will be sexual production, they will fuse with each other, and due to the fusion of this haploid, it will form diploid zygote. What is fertilization? Fusion of male and female gamete to produce a zygote which is diploid in nature. ये कैसा होगा? Diploid nature का, और ये क्या बनाएगा? Zygote. Now if you will talk in other plants, after the formation of zygote, there will be immediately meiosis will take place. इसमें क्या होगा? One thing you have to memorize, the main plant body of the bryophytes. Bryophytes की जो main plant body होती है वो कैसी होती है? These are gametophyte. What it is? Gametophyte. What is the meaning of gametophyte? It means that it can form gametes. Right, and it will form gametes. So these gametes are haploid in structure or haploid in nature. Now अब अगर haploid fuse करेंगे तो क्या बनेगा? Diploid. ये diploid structure क्या एक नया bryophyte बनाएगा? No. Why? Because the genetic constitution, or we can say in case of bryophytes, the body is haploid in nature. Bryophytes की body कैसी होती है? Haploid होती है. Now if we will compare with human beings having 46 number of chromosome, or we can say 23 pair of chromosome. So आप कैसे लिखते हो 23 pair? 2n is equals to 23. Okay, चाहे gamete formation कितनी भी हो, haploid, but we require diploid. जब diploid होगा तभी एक human being develop होगा. See here again n and n is fusing and we are getting diploid. अगर ये diploid है तो हम क्या कह सकते हैं कि ह्यूमन बीइंग है. बट whenever we are talking about bryophytes क्या होते हैं? हमेशा haploid होते हैं. अगर ये haploid होते हैं तो इनको क्या बनना है? वापस haploid ही बनना है. And how they will form haploid from the diploid? When there will be reductional division. Diploid से haploid कैसे बनते हैं? With the help of meiosis. And we know that two types of cell division, mitosis and meiosis. When we are going to equate, or we have to maintain the diploidy level, or we can say haploid to haploid, so what type of division will take place? Mitosis. When there is need to form a haploid from the diploid, what is required? Meiosis is required. ओके अब हो सकता था कि डायरेक्टली जाइगोट में अगर म्यूसिस हो जाए तो क्या बन जाएगा? हैप्लॉइड बन जाएगा, ब्रायोफाइट बन जाएगा. बट इन केस ऑफ ब्रायोफाइट्स इट विल नॉट टेक प्लेस लाइक दिस. ब्रायोफाइट्स में ऐसा नहीं होता है. सो व्हाट हैपेंस इन द ब्रायोफाइट्स? Instead of forming or directly undergoing into the meiosis, it will form another structure. Bryophytes क्या करते हैं? जाइगोट में meiosis ना करके एक नया structure बना देते हैं. Okay, if you will see the zygote, it is a 2n, but cell is unicellular. But in case of sporophyte, now इसी cell में क्या होने लगेगा? Again and again division will take place. For example, it is a zygote, and in this zygote several division will take place. Due to this several division, what will happen? It will form a new structure. ये क्या बनाएगा? एक new structure. और ये जो new structure होगा वो क्या होगा? It is multicellular. Okay, ये भी diploid होगा लेकिन ये क्या होगा? Multicellular होगा. Why? Because they are having different cells due to the several division. So this is the distinct feature of the bryophytes, that zygote doesn't undergo meiosis directly. Before that, it will form a new structure, that is sporophyte. Okay, so it will form sporophyte. Now what is the meaning of sporophyte and gametophyte? हमने कहा था प्लांट बॉडी तो गैमेटोफाइट है, इसीलिए वो क्या कर रही है, गैमेट का फॉर्मेशन. नाउ दिस इज स्पोरोफाइट. सो स्पोरोफाइट मीन्स दैट इट विल फॉर्म द स्पोर्स. अब ये जो स्पोरोफाइट होगा वो क्या बनाएगा, स्पोर्स बनाएगा. एंड इनसाइड दिस स्पोरोफाइट स्ट्रक्चर there will be a rupturing, and due to this rupturing what will happen, there will be release of spores. यहाँ पे क्या होगा, म्योसिस डिवीजन होगी. किसमें होगी, स्पोरोफाइट में. ऑलवेज एंड ऑलवेज म्योसिस टेक्स प्लेस इन द स्पोरोफाइट ओनली. ओके, ये क्वेश्चन कंफ्यूजिंग होता है कि इफ क्वेश्चन इज लाइक दैट, इन केस ऑफ ब्रायोफाइट्स म्योसिस टेक्स प्लेस वेयर, इन जाइगोट और इन स्पोरोफाइट. So your answer will be sporophyte. कहाँ पे होता है म्योसिस, स्पोरोफाइट में. And this sporophyte is a multicellular structure, and when there will be meiosis, it will release different haploid spores. अब आप देखिए इनमें से क्या हो सकते हैं, meiosis होगा तो इससे कितने सारे several spores will release, and each spore will germinate and it will form new bryophytes. ये क्या करेंगे, ये जर्मिनेट करेंगे हैप्लॉइड स्पोर्स और क्या बना देंगे, ब्रायोफाइट्स बना देंगे. राइट, और हमें पता है कि ये हैप्लॉइड क्या है, जितने भी हैप्लॉइड स्ट्रक्चर है वो ब्रायोफाइट ही होते हैं. बट नाउ ब्रायोफाइट, इन केस ऑफ ब्रायोफाइट्स देयर आर सम एग्जांपल्स लाइक liverworts and mosses. If we'll talk about each and every example, there is some difference. If we'll talk about the liverworts, directly what will happen, with the help of these sporophyte there will be formation of spores. liverworts पे तो क्या होगा, directly spores बन जाएंगे. But if we will talk about the mosses, there will be slight change. What is that change? Before forming these spores or before germinating this spore, this sporophyte will form what? It will form a new structure which is known as protonema. वो क्या बनाएगा, protonema बनाएगा. protonema में after forming the protonema, it will release spores from this part. Right, so we can say that two examples are there, slight differences. So we will study one by one about the examples also. Okay, so if we talk about the general reproduction or life cycle of the bryophytes, they are haplodiplontic. कैसी life cycle है इनकी, haplodiplontic. Why? Because haploid is also there and diploid is also there. But most of the part or the main plant body is haploid in structure. Only small phase for the diploid. Right? Now the sporophyte having different structure. So we will study in the another examples. We have taken here liverworts. Liverworts are the example of bryophytes, and in liverworts another some more examples are there like Riccia, Mertensia. So we have taken here Mertensia. If you will see the Mertensia, it is just like a liver-like structure. As we have said, it comes under the liverworts. Okay, as it comes under the liverwort, the structure is just like the liver. Okay, so if I will draw the structure of Mertensia, it is just like the liver. Okay, I have not drawn that much, right? And this structure is dorsiventral. What is the meaning of dorsiventral? Dorsal is the, if it is my hand, so dorsal is the upper part and ventral is the lower part. And some more examples, anterior is front part and posterior is the back part. So here we are talking about the dorsiventral. So the upper part dorsal and this ventral part, and you can observe or you can watch both these sides. So that's why we have said that if you see the structure of Mertensia, it is dorsiventral and appressed to the substratum, and these are attached to the substratum with the help of these rhizoids. Right? ये किससे अटैच रहता है? सबस्ट्रेटम से कैसे अटैच रहता है? With the help of rhizoids. Okay. Now some more structure is there. If I will consider, it is a male Mertensia or the male thallus body of Mertensia, and it is a female thallus body of the Mertensia. So you can see that this male body having antheridium. Okay, it will produce male gamete which is known as antheridium, and this antheridium is present where? Into the antheridiophore. And in previous one we have done sporangiophore. What is the meaning of sporangiophore or phore? Phore means to पेयर। जब वो स्पोरेंजिया को बेयर करेगा उसे हम क्या कह रहे हैं, स्पोरेंजियोफोर। बट नाउ इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द मेल स्ट्रक्चर, फॉर एग्जाम्पल ये क्या है, ये मेल थैलस है और ये फीमेल थैलस है। Female thallus is somehow more beautiful as compared to the male thallus. So here this is the antheridium. What it is? Antheridium, and this part is archegonium, as we have discussed in the here. Now this antheridium is present over this thallus and it is attached with what? Antheridiophore. What it is? Antheridiophore. And now if it is an archegonium, so we can say this stalk is a archegoniophore. फोर means bear. इसने एंथ्रीडियम को बेयर किया है, इसने आर्कीगोनियम को बेयर किया, right? So this is the structure of the Mertensia. Now if we talk about the reproduction in Mertensia, so one of the method is fragmentation. Fragmentation we all know, when any body part or the parental part breaks down into several fragments and each fragment is able to form a new Mertensia or new individual. So we can say it is a fragmentation method. So this fragmentation is possible in case of Mertensia also, right? Another one is the gamma or the asexual method. This one is very important, and we can say that this gamma cups or these gamma type of reproduction is present only and only in case of liverworts or in case of Mertensia. हमेशा liver gamma कहाँ present रहता है? Mertensia में. This is a distinct feature of the Mertensia. Now if you see the diagram here, some cup-like structure are present. Okay, some cup-like structure are present here. These are known as gamma cups. What are they? Gamma cups. And inside these gamma cups there is gamma. इनके अंदर क्या present है? Gamma present है. Okay? You have to, आपको यही समझना है कि gamma cups के अंदर कुछ gamma present है. Right? And what is asexual method? Asexual method क्या होता है? When there will be participation of only one part. There is no two gametes present. So here if you will see that these gamma, when it will get detached, जब भी क्या करेंगे, ये डिटैच हो जाएंगे या फिर water, for example these Mertensia, some water is present, when these gamma cups will fall down in water or it will leave the parental body, what it will do, it will form new Mertensia. ये gamma cup अगर यहाँ आ गए, इनसे क्या हो जाएंगे, एक नया Mertensia डेवलप हो जाएगा. तो ये भी क्या है, रिप्रोडक्शन का मेथड है, right? Third one is the sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction the same as we have discussed about the general bryophytes. In case of sexual reproduction, there will be formation of sporophyte. Okay, so sporophyte formation takes place in case of Mertensia by the sexual reproduction. Same male gamete, for example this antheridiophore and this is antheridium. So antheridium will release anthrozoids. ये एंथ्रीडियम क्या करेंगे, एंथ्रोजॉइड को रिलीज करेंगे और ये कहाँ पहुँच जाएंगे, आर्चीगोनियोफोर के पास. ओके, और वी कैन से आर्कीगोनियम. इनसाइड दिस हियर देयर इज अ फ्लावर शेप स्ट्रक्चर. Here there will be fusion of both male and female gamete and it will produce a new bryophytes, and before that there will be formation of this sporophyte. Okay, so sporophyte का formation पहले होगा, तब क्या होंगे, spores release होंगे. But one more important thing, if you will see the structure of sporophyte, okay, this sporophyte having three structure. What are they? Foot, seta, capsule. कितने structure होते हैं? Foot, seta, capsule. For example, this one is a foot and the stalk like is seta and it is having capsule like structure. और ये sporophyte वही है जिनमें क्या होंगे, haploid spores होंगे. जब इसमें meiosis होगी, when there will be division in this capsule or this whole sporophyte, this will get rupture and it will form different haploid spores, and these spores will give rise to new Mertensia. Okay, so we can say that this sporophyte will develop where, this sporophyte कहाँ develop हो रहा है, female body में. Are you getting? So female body में क्या develop हो रहा है, sporophyte. और sporophyte के कितने structure है, foot, seta and capsule. So female body तो attach है, main plant body is what, if we'll talk about the Mertensia is gametophyte, or we can say haploid in structure. Mertensia की पूरी body क्या है? Haploid. When there will be formation of sporophyte, so it will become sporophyte, and sporophyte and gametophyte are present on the same body. And what is the function of this gametophyte? स्पोरोफाइट गैमेटोफाइट के ऊपर बन रहा है, तो फंक्शन क्या है? दिस स्पोरोफाइट इज टेकिंग न्यूट्रिशन फ्रॉम द गैमेटोफाइट. ये क्या स्पोरोफाइट क्या है? स्पोरोफाइट गैमेटोफाइट से न्यूट्रिशन ले रहा है, एंड दे आर प्रेजेंट टुगेदर. सो सेम थिंग आई हैव रिटन हियर, डिपेंडेंट ऑन द gametophyte. And make sure this point is very important, that this is the distinct feature of bryophytes. ये bryophytes का फीचर है कि bryophyte हमेशा जो स्पोरोफाइट है वो किस पे डिपेंडेंट होते हैं? गैमेटोफाइट में. अगर गैमेटोफाइट नहीं होगा तो स्पोरोफाइट डेवलप नहीं हो पाएगा. वाई? बिकॉज they are not able to take nutrition. If nutrition will not be there, then there will be no division and no development. Okay, so this sporophyte is dependent on the gametophyte, and it happens only and only in case of bryophytes, right? So we have completed this one. Another example is mosses. Mosses are what? Mosses are same like the bryophytes. They also live in the moist and shady places. But if we talk about the reproduction, okay, if we talk about the reproduction, one of the method is fragmentation. We are very familiar with this fragmentation. Break down into different fragments. Each fragment is able to form a new plant. Second one is budding in protonema. What it is? See, as we are saying that as the reproduction or the sexual reproduction takes place, there will be formation of spores, right? In case of bryophytes or any bryophyte. So in case of mosses also, when there will be formation of these spores will not directly form a new mosses. ठीक है, ये जो spores हम इसमें भी क्या होंगे? मेल से फीमेल में एंथ्रोजॉइड्स के थ्रू मूव करेंगे वाटर में, और कहाँ पहुँचेंगे? फीमेल पार्ट में. वहाँ पे क्या बनाएंगे? स्पोरोफाइट. स्पोरोफाइट बनाने के बाद sporophyte, what is the function of sporophyte? These sporophyte will release spores, but here these spores will not directly form a mosses. So what it will do? After forming this haploid spore, it undergoes, and it will undergo two stages, and this first one is protonema stage. ये protonema stage क्या है? It is also known as juvenile stage of the mosses. So here this protonema will form directly from these spores. अब अगर हम बात करें प्रोटोनिमा की, सो प्रोटोनिमा इज क्रीपिंग लाइक स्ट्रक्चर. व्हाट इज क्रीपिंग? जमीन पे क्या होंगे? क्रीप करते हुए आपको दिखाई देंगे. ओके, एंड दीज आर ग्रीन एंड दीज आर ब्रांच्ड आल्सो. नाउ फ्रॉम दिस प्रोटोनिमा, और वी कैन से फ्रॉम द सेकेंडरी प्रोटोनिमा, देयर विल बी फॉर्मेशन ऑफ लीफी लाइक स्ट्रक्चर. ओके, प्रोटोनिमा बना जो कि जमीन पे क्रीप करेगा, एंड फ्रॉम this creeping structure there will be formation of some upright structure. कोई creep कर रहा है, उसके ऊपर से क्या होंगे? कुछ branching develop होंगी, and this branching will form what? Leaf like structure. Again I am saying that these are not the true leaves. ये true leaves नहीं है, only these are the leaf like structure, and it will develop from this secondary protonema, and these are upright, यानी कि ऊपर को grow करेंगे, and the spirally arranged leaves. अब जब ऊपर को ग्रो करेंगी, इनमें क्या होंगे? स्पायरली लीव्स अरेंज रहेंगी. ओके, व्हाट स्पायरली? कि एक लीफ अब यहाँ होगी, अगली लीफ यहाँ होगी, लाइक दिस इन अ स्पायरल फैशन ऑल द लीव्स आर प्रेजेंट ऑन दिस प्रोटोनिमा. Okay, and when this protonema, or when there will be budding takes place, and what is budding? There is a formation of outgrowth like structure in the protonema. Protonema में क्या होंगी? budding होगी. When this bud will get detached from this protonema, it can develop a new mosses. So this is also a method, right? And if we talk about the sexual reproduction, directly same thing we have covered here. In your NCERT, one diagram is also there of this funaria. Okay, funaria is what? As we have said, this structure is like what? It will form protonema जो कि creep करेंगे, बाद में क्या होंगे? वो एक कुछ लीफ लाइक स्ट्रक्चर डेवलप कर लेंगे. ओके, दिस इज नोन एज लीफी स्टेज. यहाँ पे आप लीव्स टाइप के स्ट्रक्चर देख सकते हैं. नाउ फ्रॉम हियर, व्हेन देयर विल बी सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन, For example, it is a female gamete, so from male part and thrazoids will reach up to the female part, and here there will be formation of sporophyte. यहाँ पे क्या होगा, sporophyte develop होगा, and again sporophyte is present in the female part. Okay, so we can say that what is the different structure of this sporophyte? Foot, seta and capsule, and whole this part, foot, seta and capsule will form what? It will form sporophyte. इसको हम क्या कह रहे हैं? स्पोरोफाइट. और ये स्पोरोफाइट कहाँ प्रेजेंट है? गैमेटोफाइट के ऊपर. एंड द मेन प्लांट बॉडी इज गैमेटोफाइट एंड द स्पोरोफाइट विल डेवलप above it, and again it will take nutrition from the gametophyte. Right? You can see some rhizoid like or root like structures are also present in this diagram. So here whole we have done about the bryophytes, and same type of reproduction methods are there, only some distinct features are there. If we talk about the Mertensia, there is a formation of gamma cups which will form gammas, and if we talk about the mosses, there is distinct feature which is known as protonema. Protonema formation takes place only and only in case of mosses. Right? Some examples I have written here: Funaria, Polytrichum and Sphagnum. Okay, so these are the examples of the mosses. Now the last characteristics is that economic importance. What is the meaning of economic? That how they are useful for us. If you talk about the bryophytes, they are little economic importance as compared to algae. Algae की economic importance क्या थी? ज़्यादा थी. But here the economic importance of bryophytes are somehow less. So first importance we can say that these bryophytes are the food for the herbaceous animals. Okay, herbaceous animals जो herbs पे dependent होते हैं, उनके लिए food का काम करते हैं. Second thing, if we talk about the bryophytes, they help in the ecological succession. अब ecological succession क्या है? We said that bryophytes are the first one which become the land dwellers. ये धीरे धीरे उन्होंने क्या किया? लैंड की तरफ मूव करने की कोशिश की, जिसकी वजह से these are the first organisms, or we can say these are the first and which develop a community where in the rock area, rocky hilly या mountain region में जो grow कर रहे हैं वो bryophytes ही grow करते हैं. आपने देखे होंगे mosses, एक carpet like structure is present on the mountains. What are they? These are the mosses, and what they are doing? They are helping for developing the ecological succession. इसी की तरह से क्या होंगे? It is helpful for the ecology. Now the third one we can say importance of these bryophytes. As mosses comes under the bryophytes, it will cover the whole mountain, and due to this what will happen? The roots or the we cannot say roots here, but the rocks are bounded to these mosses. Due to this it will prevent the soil erosion. इसकी वजह से क्या होंगे? Soil erosion रुकेगा कुछ हद तक. That's why we can say this is the importance of these mosses. Some more important thing about the mosses, if these mosses will grow into the rocky or the mountain area, what it will do? It will degrade the mountains, it will degrade this hilly area. इस degradation से क्या होगा? We know about the weathering of rocks टूट के क्या बनती है? Soil बनती है. So when there will be some decaying type of process will take place with the help of this mosses, so it will convert some rock into the soil. But these soils are important for growing the higher plants, and soil में क्या हो सकती है? Higher plants grow कर सकते हैं. Right? And the last important is that about the sphagnum. Sphagnum is one of the example of mosses. We can say this is very important. Why? Because this sphagnum can be used as a peat or as a fuel. हम as a fuel इस sphagnum को use करते हैं. And along with this sphagnum is also having some distinct characteristics. We can say that sphagnum having the ability to hold water. इसकी ability क्या है? कि water को hold करती है. That's why we are using this sphagnum for the transshipment of living material. If we have to transport some living material from one place to another place, we are packing with this sphagnum, and during this transshipment, what will happen? If there will be any water or there will be rain, so this sphagnum can absorb that water, and the material which is present inside this one can be protected. right? Some one more important thing about the Mertensia. If we will talk about the Mertensia, we can use this Mertensia for the lung and liver infection for making the medicines, right? So here this is all about the bryophytes. In the next session we will start with the another one like pteridophytes. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.